I first started running about 18 months ago. I'd always loved watching people run, but never thought I'd be able to do it. When I first started it, got out of breath so fast. I started off too quick and it completely put me off. I thought I'd never ever be able to do it. I mentioned to Tracy that I'd like to start running, so she took me under her wing and basically got me from running for 10 seconds to the other day running 8 miles. One of the main problems for me was mental strength. I'd give up straight away. As soon as I got out of breath, I'd stop. It's been learning how to stay running, how to warm up properly, your pace. If I look back now over the last 18 months, I just can't believe that it's me running. I absolutely love it. I love pushing myself, and 18 months ago I'd probably cry at the thought of going out for a run on my own. Tracy's been absolutely amazing, just teaching me from the very basics. And now
I was having a really bad time. I'd had a really good sort of 3 weeks and seen some weight loss so things that didn't work were wallowing in self-pity and sort of feeling like a failure and feeling sort of ashamed of it all, and trying to pretend that it wasn't happening and sort of waiting for my brain to just decide that, okay, I'm going to start trying again, rather than stepping out there and sort of asking for some help. You know, one thing that I really wanted to do, and it's a really bad habit that I've always had, is to sort of compensate for what would be classed as bad eating in an old mindset by then having 3 or 4 days of super intense exercise and a couple of days where I have the minimal amount of calories and try and make some good choices. So that was kind of where my mindset was. And I finally messaged Tracy and asked, when I explained the situation, basically I just bared it very honestly and said I'm having a really bad time, struggling to make good choices, struggling to do an exercise, I'm not very motivated, I'm really struggling to find the mindset and the motivation again. And immediately Tracy called me and discussed it, and we kind of figured out a plan. And straight away that made me just feel so much better that I had a plan in place by talking to Tracy, and knowing that I didn't have to do 5 days now of eating minimal calories and 4 or 5 workouts a day to try and compensate for the bad eating that I thought that I had done. So the main strategy that worked for me was just being able to admit this struggle, being able to admit that I wasn't 100% okay, and the person that's there to support me and to get that support. And actually it was pretty much a turnaround within 12 hours.